And now, let's discuss about the national ID system. So now let's talk about the early ID proposals. So in 1973, National Computer Center or NCC proposed a citizen ID system during martial laws. So it is opposed due to privacy concerns and potential for abuse. So the key features are the NCC directors, Marcos administration officials, and civil rights advocates. So the outcome is proposal shelved due to widespread oppositions. And last one explained the political environment and why it was controversial. So first, let's talk about the National Computer Center. So in 1973, under President Ferdinand Marcos, the martial law was rampant at this time. So the government introduced a proposal for National Citizen Identification System. So this system aims to centralize citizens' records and streamline governance. So next is the reason why it was opposed. So first is privacy concern. So citizens and civil rights advocates fear that centralized ID would make it easier for the government to monitor and control individuals. So para sa kanila, mas madali daw ang mas para mas para mas madali daw ang kilos ng ating gobyerno sa pagmonitor at pagkontrol ng mga mamayan. So kaya naisipan nilang itayo or mag-propose ng national ID system. So next one is the potential for abuse. So under martial law, where repressions and curtailment of freedoms were rampant. So critics believe such as a system would be weaponized against dissenter or ordinary citizens alike. So dahil dito sa national ID system, pwede nating ipaglaban ang ating batas this time because this time in 1973 alam naman natin ang martial law ay rampant sa panahon na ito. Kaya ang national ID system isa sa mga sandata ng mga mamayan para ipaglaban ang kanilang privacy or ang kanilang batas. Next is due to political environment. Trust in government was extremely low. Surveillance and human rights violations were common. So national ID system was seen as another tool for operations. So dito ay ginawa nila na sandata or weapon ang national ID system para laban sa mga corruptions or any violations in government. So next one is explain the political environment and why it was controversial. So the political environment and potential for abuse were power key factors contributing to controversy surrounding national ID system. So while these systems can offer benefits such as improved government services and crime preventions, so the risk to privacy, civil liberties, and security are significant. So para sa kanila, ang national ID system ay may mahalagang kanang dulot para sa ating gobyerno. So it help us kanang improve government services like madali ang tulad ng PhilHealth. So ito ay may malaking tulong para sa ating mamamayan. So that's all about introductions of National Computer Center. So next, let's discuss about the Marcos era and the kilusang para sa wastong pakinanlan or what they call the movement for proper identifications. So in 1987, so introductions of National Identification System or the NIS bill. So the primary concern is over civil liberties and data security resurface. So after the fall of Marcos regime and the return of democracy colonizations, the government introduced a new version of national ID system through this NIS bill. So the key features are the key pictures are: first is the legislators, human rights organizations, and religious groups. So the legislators are the one who proposed and supported the NIS bill in Congress. So ito sa mga pumabor para sa NIS, or the National Identification System. So next one is human rights organizations. So it also advocate the bill and also citing risks to freedom and privacy. So next is the religious groups. So also raise a moral and ethical objections. So those are the key features of NIS bill. So next one is let's talk about the arguments for favor and NIS bill. So first is improve government services. So national ID system could help streamline services like healthcare, educations, and aid distributions. So national ID system. So isa itong malaking tulong para sa ating kalusugan, edukasyon, at marami pang iba. So dahil dito mas madali ang transaksyon at maiwasan ang mga korupsyon ng ating mga gobyerno. So next one is the crime preventions. So authorities claim that a national ID system would help to track criminals and prevent identity fraud. So dahil daw dito sa national ID identification system is madali nating matrack or makilala ang mga criminals o mga masamang tao na kumukuha ng ating identity or ating personal details. So next is the arguments against. So first is the surveillance risk. So critics feared the government could use the system to spy on citizens, especially politically centers. So through this national identification systems, ginagamit daw ng mga spy para na gumawa ng mga maling gawain tulad ng pagnakaw ng personal details or personal informations like ganyan. So next is violations of privacy rights. So there were serious concern that sensitive personal data might be misused or exposed without consent. So para sa kanila, sa mga arguments against this national identification system is may iba daw na gamitin sa ang aking personal, like for example aking personal informations ay pwede daw gamitin ng iba without my permissions or kanyan, para gamitin para sa corruption or sa mga maling gawain. So next is the Philippine Identification System Act of 2018. So the Philippine Identification System, the primary goals are to streamline both public and private transactions, reduce corruptions, and promote financial inclusions. So this suggests a move toward a more efficient and transparent system for managing citizens and facilitating economic activities, like for reducing corruptions and promote financial inclusions. So it helps people, especially those without existing IDs, access banking and other formal services. So the key features are a single and national identification card for all Filipino citizens and residents aliens. So a single united IDs that contains essential informations, eliminating the need for multiple forms of identifications, like example driver's license, PIN number, or a voter's ID. So it also supporters agencies like PSA, and or I guess all of us know what are the definition what PSA kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng PSA. So, ang PSA, the PSA means Philippine Statistic Authority. So, the main agencies that implementing the PSA plays a crucial role in providing the Philippine government and the public reliable and comprehensive statistical data. Data essential for policy making, planning, and informed decision making. So, next is the other supported agencies are NEDA, or the National Economic and Development Authority. So, sees it as a tool for development. It also creating and coordinating national and subnational development policies, plans, and programs. So, this includes setting broad parameters for economic growth and social progress. So, the last who supported are the business groups. So, interested smoother ID verifications processes for clients and transactions. So, dahil dito ay mas mapadali ang transactions ng ating mamamayan Pilipino or lahat ng residente dito sa ating bansa in both public and private sectors. So, opponents. So, their concern are potential for data and breaches or misuse for personal data. So, also risk mass surveillance and insufficient data protection laws or weak enforcements. So, and overall, so the Philippine Identification System Act of 2018 is a landmark policy aimed at modernizing identity systems in the Philippines. While it promises convenience, efficiency, and inclusivity, debates continues about privacy risks and government ability to protect sensitive data. So next is the RA 11055, Philippine National ID System. Is to provide a valid proof of identity for all citizens and residents aliens to simplify public and private transactions. So it provide a valid proof of identity. So the primary goals is to provide a valid and universal proof accepted of identity for all citizens and residents aliens. So this simplifies transactions with both public and private transactions or agencies. So next is to eliminate the need to present other forms of identifications and transactions subject to proper authentications measures. So it eliminate redundancy. So this system aims to eliminate the need for individuals to repeatedly represent multiple forms of identification during various transactions. It also improve governance. So these systems promotions of seamless services delivery, enhance administrative governance, and reducing corruptions, strengthen financial inclusions, and promote ease of business. So this system promote a seamless services of delivery, enhance administrative governance, and reduce corruptions. So by the help of this Republic Act or the RA 1055, so it is for or doing businesses. So that's all about RA 1055. So next, let's discuss about the Philippine Identification System key components. So first is the Philippine Identification System Number or PSN. So this is randomly generated, unique, and permanent identification number assigned to each registrant. So the PSN or the Philippine Identification System Number serve as sufficient proof of identity within the system. So lahat tayo ay may naka-assign or nakalagay na PSN number sa ating Philippine ID na makikita natin sa ibabaw ng litrato ng na nakalagay sa ating national ID or voter's ID. So next is the Philippine Identification System Registry. So the Philippine Statistic Authority, or the PSA, is one of the responsible for creating and maintaining a comprehensive registry. So this contains of all PSN numbers. So along with that, it records and information for each individual registered in the system. So next is the Philippine ID. So the Philippine ID refers to the physical and non-transferable card issued to all citizens and residents aliens registered under Philippine Identification System. It is the tangible presentations of individual identity within the system. So the Philippine ID serve as it what we call in another term, it is the national ID. So I guess every one of us have already national ID. So I guess familiar lahat tayo ay familiar na dito. So next is the Philippine ID, or the Philippine National ID. So this ID shall be used for in all transactions. So what is in the national ID? So in the national ID, you can see makikita natin ang ating full name, sex, place of birth, blood type, address, nationality, photograph, signature, and ang ating PSN number. So ang makikita natin sa ibabaw ng ating litrato or larawan ang ating PSN number, a permanent and a unique number. Sa likod ay makikita natin ang ating email address, mobile number, and marital status, or dyan or ikaw ba ay in a relationship or single. So so what I said nga na ang national ID system can be used for all transactions. It can be public or private transactions. So national ID system offer a complex mix of benefits and drawbacks. So they provide a unique identifier for citizens and streamline access to government services, facilitating financial transactions and bolstering security measures against fraud and identity theft. So these simplifications can improve efficiency for both citizens and government agencies. However, significant privacy concerns arise from the collections and storage sensitive for personal data, including biometric informations, and the potential for misuse by government and corporations, including increased surveillance and discriminatory practice. So some others, they might be used for corruptions. So but Philippine National ID plays a crucial rules in our society or in our government. So it makes our government easier to monitor and control individuals. So dahil dito sa Philippine National ID is mas madali ang ating transaksyon, mas madali ang pagtulong ng gobyerno para sa atin. So that national ID, it's very important in our society.